Police trying to identify a man killed in a traffic accident in Bahamas. Human rights activist giving his views on medical marijuana. And a temporary mailboat service for the island of Bimini.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shishina Roe-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, police have a traffic fatality investigation on their hands. The victim, a male pedestrian, was struck by a vehicle in the area of Yorkshire Drive and West Sunrise Highway around 5 a.m. Sunday morning. At this point, police have not determined the identity of the man who was killed in that traffic accident, and they are still trying to track down the driver of the vehicle involved in that hit-and-run incident. Now, police officers were called to West Sunrise Highway on Sunday morning and found the unidentified man laying on the road. EMS personnel were called to the scene and reported no signs of life. Tonight, police needs your help in determining the name of the victim and information on the vehicle involved. If you have any information that can assist with this investigation, you're urged to call the traffic police station at telephone numbers 352-6626, 350-3153, social media regarding 3 alleged rapes that reportedly occurred in Freeport. Police say that they are not aware of any rape matters and are advising social media users to refrain from creating unnecessary alarm in this community. And still on news from the crime beat, immigration officers arresting and charging 4 Jamaican females and 1 Bahamian man in the Freeport Magistrates Court number 3 on Friday. The women were charged with overstaying and engaging in gainful occupation as exotic entertainers at a popular nightclub on East Sunrise Highway. The Bahamian man and owner of the nightclub was also charged with employing persons without work permits and also harboring illegal persons. The 4 women pled guilty and were levied the maximum fine, and they were ordered to be deported. The Bahamian man pled not guilty and was granted $5,000 cash bail and ordered to return to court for trial on August 10th. Switching gears now, more support coming in for medical marijuana. As Italia Hall tells us, a human rights activist says legalizing marijuana for medical use is the right thing to do.
After returning home from CARICOM in Jamaica, the nation's leader, the Most Honorable Dr. Bimini, giving his views on the issue. He noted that if research shows that there are medical benefits, his job as a doctor is to try and save lives. However, he says he will not force his views on the Bahamian people. But member of Rights Bahamas, Joe Darville, says he is throwing his support behind medical marijuana.
Anything that is a plant in nature is put there by the divine. It is put there for a purpose.
He contends that marijuana is being used all over the world.
It is a no-brainer. I think we have to look into how it's going to be regulated. That's another story. But the fact is that I don't think we have any reason to refute the whole procedure towards implementing the availability and the usability of medical marijuana in the Bahamas.
Nonetheless, a human rights activist notes that there are some situations to be concerned about.
Even if it was decriminalized or legalized, we don't want it to put into the hands of young people so they abuse it, because there are certain impacts upon the brains of undeveloped young people where marijuana smoking can do severe and long-time and permanent damage.
The government is expected to establish a committee soon. That committee will embark on an educational campaign across the country to gauge public opinion on the issue. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Bimini now coping with a temporary mailboat service. The island was placed at a disadvantage when the regular mailboat was destroyed by fire. Tonight, a prominent Biminite says that they are pleased that other vessels have chipped in to help. Megan Shepard has this report.
The MV Cherise M was destroyed by fire at the dock in Bimini last month. Chief Counselor for Bimini and Cat Key, Robbie Smith, says that since then, the Captain C and the Legacy have been servicing the route. Although these vessels fill a void, Smith says the absence of the Cherise M is still a great loss.
it's really a missing with the Sharice because, you know, we depend on that every week on the island with the grocery stores now. And the island has outgrown that little, the small little people on the islands as well as guests and them, so we want to really try to maintain with the food supply as best as we can. So hopefully we can have the mailboat in here every week. Normally the mailboat would skip a week, they would do 3 weeks out of the month, but hopefully now Bimini really need mailboat here every week to maintain the supply on the island.
He says that the summer months are particularly busy for the small island and there is a greater demand for supplies.
Bimini, I could say Bimini is really booming. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. It's booming, and you know, every weekend for the past 6 weeks, big game has been full. The marina, the hotel, and you cannot find hotel rooms around the island. Every weekend now, you cannot find golf carts to rent. Everything is gone. So Bimini, I would say, is on the uproar with the, you know what I mean, especially when it comes to tourist wise, guest wise. So we just don't have the summertime. They bring all their family, you know, all the kids, and you know, it's 50 miles away. So Bimini would get the most in here when it comes to tourist wise because it's only 50 miles from Florida, so you know, we're blessed with that. So.
Now the chief counselor said the council is constantly working to make the island a better place for both residents and tourists alike.
Local government, we are doing the best that we can. We also did some capital projects down at where the ferry boat comes in, the water taxi. We put rail in there. We also doing some road, you know, new pavement and everything which is coming from through local government. We're doing our parks, which in you know, putting up barrier area, protect the kids from running out on the street. So all of that now we are on the move and trying to make sure get our capital expenditure out before the end of the month.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us, there's more news right after this break.